Hey all, it's Aaron here from Stratos AI. Today, I'm going to be covering a couple of topics, AI related, many of which are going to help you in your life and maybe if you have a business in your business. And namely, why I think it's a very important month for ChatGPT, as we have the release of ChatGPT 5 this month, how average people are using AI to win, big and small. If I was a business owner that didn't want to get left behind with AI, where would I be starting? And then two very interesting articles directly related to anybody that lives in the UK, which is one, AI to stop prison violence before it happens, and two, British 999 call handler's voice was cloned by a Russian network using AI. So something to be wary of. But yeah, I think it's a very important month for ChatGPT. If you look at how far we've come with AI, with just the kind of ChatGPT that we have, that's the kind of leader in AI. We've come far, and ChatGPT has made its way into more or less every business, every person's household. At least one person in each household is using AI. That's how powerful it's become. So now that we're going to have the release of ChatGPT 5, what does that mean? So there hasn't been many clues given in terms of what to expect. But what we do know is the jump from the model that we use at the moment, which is 4 to 5, won't be something like, oh my God, this ChatGPT does everything for me. I don't have to lift a finger. It does all my emails. It does all my tasks. It does all my reporting. It does everything. We're not quite there yet. But what ChatGPT 5 will be is an improvement on the previous model. The sticking point with a lot of the previous models, because it's still early days, is the results aren't always accurate. Hallucinations do take place. It just makes up stuff for the sake of it because it needs to fill the void. The trust and the data isn't quite there yet. ChatGPT 5 is going to be much more stronger in the way of reasoning and just its capabilities. Now, I've got an article in front of me here from Geeky Gadgets, and this is their take, which aligns with what I think as well. Horizon Alpha, a new AI model, is gaining attention for its advanced features, including long form content generation, enhanced reasoning, and an expanded context window. It excels in practical applications such as software development, creative industries, strategic planning, offering tools for rapid prototyping, animated designs, and data driven decision making. So we have this on the horizon. It is coming. And I think what's going to happen is now people are going back and forth with the chatbot a lot, ChatGPT, to get an answer. And sometimes that answer isn't correct. It's hallucinating. It's not quite right. So we have to rely on the prompt a lot. The prompt has to be super detailed and structured. I think moving forward, it's going to bring back better results and more concise results and precise results as well. It's a leap in the world of AI, but not for the average person. I think they'll just compare the two and they won't see much kind of difference. But for people that are inside of AI every day, imagine they've taken a small leap into ChatGPT 5. Moving forward, everything will be built on top of the model. Yeah, I can't wait for it to be released. I think it'll really warm up a lot more people and businesses to be using AI as well. Because the two sticking points that I get from my clients is one, we don't understand AI and the technology and how it works to produce a result. And two is we don't quite trust the results that come our way. Maybe they've had negative experiences with hallucinations, but hopefully this will solve it. So let's see that. I get a lot of DMs every single day into my TikTok, into my Instagram from people saying, I am an engineer, I am a teacher, I am a construction worker, and I want to start using AI. How do I do this? Now, I try to respond to every inquiry that I get. For me, it's very tough for me to answer such a question if I don't know where you want to go. If I don't know what your end goal is and what net result you're trying to achieve. Are you trying to use AI in your personal life and not your job? Are you trying to use it in your job to move forward and progress and unlock new opportunity? Are you trying to get away from your job and jump into a new field or start a new business? I have no idea, so I can't really guide you. But what I do want to give you is a series of examples which I've come across over the past few months that I think are really cool. And the really powerful thing about these examples is it's using the softwares you've already used now. You've probably got it installed on your phone or laptop. ChatGPT, for the most part, is what they're using to win big. And I want to give you some examples. And those examples are the first one, which I thought was super powerful, because I talk a lot about if you are in a career, you're in a job and you want to stand out and protect your future and have some financial security, position yourself with AI now. A kid in the UAE done this. A kid came out of college, wanted a job, and he was looking around on LinkedIn for available jobs. He came across a founder's profile who's pretty there in the public domain. He's famous. And he saw his profile, he saw the job offering, and he really liked what the founder stood for. The founder has put his face in the business and what the company stood for. So what he did, instead of going the like everybody else does, apply for the job, send the CV, and just sleep on it, he took the LinkedIn profile of the founder. He's very vocal on LinkedIn. He took the LinkedIn founder, put it through AI, got to understand the tone of voice and the language that the founder uses and what the founder will probably relate to if somebody approached it, what would make him open up and listen to you. He then understood that, and then he formed a LinkedIn direct message that had all those points incorporated into it, saying maybe, hey, this is Arun here from whateve. I've just come out of college, this, that, the other. I'm looking for a job, you align. But it did it in the way that the founder will respond to that message, because it's picked up on the tone of voice the founder has and the language the founder uses. So he will identify with that, send it across, and what happens? The founder picks it up and says, whoa, someone's really stood out here. They didn't know he had used AI at that point. Anyway, he got an interview, got a job. And then in the interview, he actually told the founder and the team that, hey, this is what I did with AI to land the job. They were that impressed. The founder was that impressed. He made him the head of AI in that business. And it's a large business. There's a few things there. One, the employee or the apprentice, whatever you want to call him, showed a lot of initiative and showed that he had an innovative mindset to do that. And then number two, that said employee has climbed the ranks that would have otherwise took 6 or 7 years to do. He's literally got a job and he's landed straight into a higher position, which usually takes years to build up, right? That's the power of AI. What did that take him? Probably 10 minutes to do. Copy, paste the URL, put it into an AI, figure it out, put a prompt in, and then send across a message. But that 10, 15 minutes has landed him a job. Incredible use of AI, honestly. Another one, which I thought was really cool for those of you who have kids, is there's a dad who reimagines his kids' dreams by using AI. And now he offers a service out to other parents looking for insight. So what he does is, if his kids have nightmares or dreams, the next morning, he will sit down, talk to them, what was in the nightmare, what was in the dream, just to get an insight into what's happening in the kids' minds. Maybe there's a series of dreams that all point towards the one thing that kind of gives you an insight on how to manage it. He would sit down, explain the dream, write it all out, and then he would sketch. He would sketch the child's dream just so he could bring it to life a little bit. And if the child said, yep, that's what I saw, it was a big, giant, cuddly teddy bear walking through a forest and there was a witch, he then puts that sketch through ChatGPT, and then he gets ChatGPT to create an image based off that sketch, a friendly image. And that image that comes back, they're insane. Hearing about a kid's dream, trying to understand it versus seeing the kid's dream are two different things. And I think it unlocks some very important insights. And some of the dreams were very scary. Honestly, there were these really scary figures in there. But again, it's an insight into your kid's mind, and it puts into play how imaginative kids are. We sometimes don't think that, but yeah, it's incredible. And now he's offering that same service out to other parents looking for insights. So I think that's really powerful. Again, used on ChatGPT, easily done. What else do we have here? Another one which I did not too long ago. I took my mom's prescription that she got from the hospital, and I removed all the sensitive data and I put it through AI to analyze her medical condition. And I put in her other data points as well. For example, she's of a South Asian heritage. This is how old she is. She lives this lifestyle, la, la, la. And AI gave me everything back tailored to her. So in UK, the healthcare system it's struggling through no fault of their own. And sometimes things are overlooked. I've had this way too many times. This essentially gave her like a second in command, and it gave some really personally tailored advice, which is good. So getting it to analyze your medical conditions, or maybe have a medical report or something, I think that's great to have a second pair of eyes and try to remove some of what may be human error. So yeah, when we're thinking about the business realm and AI, how that works, because I think OpenAI, which is of course the organization behind ChatGPT, they are really focused on enterprise value, meaning how can we bring value to the economic world? How can it be measured? How can we improve things? And that's why business owners are left sometimes thinking there's this big push on us, there's this big kind of play on us, but we don't quite know where to go with things. So, how do I start with AI? Firstly, AI is very fast moving, as you guys probably know. It's like today you're here, tomorrow there's something completely different, and you have to restructure your solution or app that you've built. It's crazy. Firstly, seek sound and reliable advice. That's the key thing. You need someone who has their ears to the ground and understands AI, the capabilities of it, how it applies to different use cases. That's the key thing. If you try to do it yourself, you will be overwhelmed. Every AI consultant that I have spoke to is overwhelmed. I am now comfortable in a state of overwhelmed. I'm just literally a walking, talking overwhelmed. So you need to seek sound advice and reliable advice. After you've done that and you find the right person or the right team to partner with, locate the biggest challenges that are easily solved in your business. So this is something that we do here at Stratos AI. Whenever we're working with a client, we'll plan out their entire organization. We'll draft it all out like a war room style whiteboards, the lot. And then we'll look for the inefficiencies that exist in the business, in the different departments, but the communication between people or software. Where's the inefficiency that AI can quickly come in and help? And it also provides a massive value to the business as well. Because we want to start with the low hanging fruit in the business, not high hanging fruit. Low hanging fruit allows us to just quickly pick and get quick wins. And then whilst everybody gets comfortable with AI, the team's comfortable with the clients, comfortable with the team, and everybody's working in sync, we can start to build new solutions. So you need to locate the biggest challenges that are easily solved. And then lastly, whenever you have a solution, you're presented with, hey, this is the problem, this is the fix to your problem. You need to run, sprint, to do everything you can to run towards that solution, okay? And take action ASAP. Because if you're not taking action, then without a shadow of a doubt, your competitors are. And you do not want to get overlapped with AI. Getting overlapped with a new location or something, let's say you're a physical business, that is completely different to being overlapped with AI. AI puts you on steroids. It's if everybody's used to walking, it's not now going onto skates where you're a bit faster. It is actually like having a Lamborghini and just going blisteringly fast. So you just have to be careful. Why should businesses be prepared for AI adoption right now? It's not a luxury anymore. It is a requirement. It's an essential requirement. It's part of the game because the race has already started. Whilst you're sitting on the fence or you're not quite sure about it or you just don't know anything about AI, all of these are essentially, unfortunately, excuses because your competitors are doing what you aren't doing and companies are being left behind. Everybody that we work with, thank God, has been a forward-thinking business, but I think that's just the nature of anyone that's looking to adopt an AI mindset, right? They're thinking about the future, and that's why we have such a great working relationship. And the thing is, competition at the moment isn't too fierce. It's not too fierce. If we take a set industry, let's just say average industry, you've only got a small portion of those, a very small percentage that are actually using AI to its fullest capability. I'm going to go with maybe 1 or 2%, 3% of them. The rest of them are probably using some form of AI, ChatGPT, some AI software that's been built into their CRM. That's a different story. But for businesses that are truly leveraging AI, totally different story. So yeah, anybody that kind of gets involved with AI now, you've got a lot of runway ahead of you because your competitors and everybody else in the industry are literally not even anywhere near this airport. They're nowhere near the airport. But you are on the runway. You've got all of this space in front of you to just run and sprint and just make as much progress as you can, right? On your sales, on your marketing, and your finance, and your team, your company's growth. You can make all that growth on the runway ahead of you. Another downfall, actually, of using ChatGPT in a business. So I had a client call not too long ago, and the client said to me, yeah, you know what? We took some of your advice that we see on TikTok and Instagram, and we've ended up rolling our ChatGPT to the entire organization, which is a great thing. But then I also said it's a double-edged sword because as much as you are now starting to adopt some form of AI, if you're just purely going to use ChatGPT and say, this is your flag and say, hey, we are AI powered business, we do AI, you're actually capping the growth of your business because ChatGPT should be used as a stepping stone to go into other forms of AI, right? Other AI tools that really make the difference. ChatGPT is like a foundational technology, right? It's a base level technology. It's scratching the surface. All these other AI tools give you so much more value and productivity to streamline your business and to grow so much more. And that's the direction you want to step in. ChatGPT is literally a fraction of AI's capabilities. The stuff we get up to today with AI, it's like people wouldn't even believe us what we create for businesses, totally custom solutions. It is incredible. So yeah, ChatGPT, run to use it for sure, but don't just cap your business's growth and say, hey, yeah, I'll stop using ChatGPT. So we're AI powered, whilst your competitor is out there using 15 different forms of AI that's custom built to literally streamline everything. So they're going to beat you in sales, they're going to beat you in your marketing, they're going to beat you in your finance, and they're going to beat you at the end of the year. It's not what you want. Two very interesting articles, which I mentioned at the start, which I came across. I think it's amazing, by the way. One is AI to stop prison violence before it happens. So prison officers will use artificial intelligence to stop violence before it breaks out on the new plan set out by the Lord Chancellor today. Clamp down on violence in prisons as AI helps identify dangerous prisoners and bring them under tight supervision. AI will be also used to uncover secret messages sent by prisons and stop weapons or contraband getting into prisons. Interesting. So we obviously know in the prison system, there's some murders taking place. Really bad things happen in prisons. Smuggling, there's narcotics going in and all sorts. So I don't quite know how that happens. But this AI plan is supposedly going to put a stop to that, which is interesting. AI will be used across prisons, probation, and courts to better track offenders and assess the risk they pose with tools that can predict violence behind bars, uncover secret messages sent by prisoners, and connect offender records across different systems. It will also analyze different factors such as prisoners' age and previous involvement in violent incidents whilst in custody. This will help prison officers assess threat levels on wings and intervene or move prisoners before violence escalates. Something I found very interesting here, there's a section in this article. This technology, which uses AI-driven language analysis, has already been trialed across prison estate and has analyzed over 8.6 million messages from 33,000 seized phones. 8.6 messages have already been put through the system and they've picked up. They know who's who, what's what, what's going where, who's got to deal with who gets paid, who's involved. They know everything. I think it's a great use of AI because us as a nation, as a country, we are behind AI adoption in comparison to the other leading countries across the world. So we're making a step in the right direction, making prisons safe. But what I do really want to see personally is there's a lot of upset and unrest at the moment with people and the quality of their living and lives, safety, the economic conditions. I would love to see AI come in and try to solve some of that. They really need to build some form of AI where people are safe on the streets. The average person, many of us aren't in prisons. Most of us aren't in prisons, right? That's a very small substrata of the population. But the rest of us are like me and you. We're at home, we're out and about, we're on the street, we're going shopping, and we just don't feel safe. And I think that's really where AI will come into play. It's trying to improve the quality of our lives. It's a big topic, big issue. So I'm hoping that they step into that direction personally as well. Another one which I thought was interesting. So I actually uploaded a video to my TikTok a few months ago about how your voice, your photo, your data, your face, videos are probably being used somewhere across the world. And you have no idea. Think about all the social media you own. Think about where your data has been leaked online. You always have these massive leaks from big companies where data is stored. That is being used across the world, no doubt. So don't believe that you own yours. No one else has it. People have it without a shadow of a doubt. This article, a British 999 call handler's voice was cloned by a Russian network using AI. So it was used to lead a Russian linked disinformation campaign against Poland's presidential election early this year. And the voice that was cloned was from a guy in Preston, England. So he had found out, or someone found out that, hey, this is your voice. It's being used in some form of smear campaign in Poland. Again, this person had no idea, but it was being used. And this is something that I talk about a lot. There's no real regulational tool out there that's assigning people's identities or voice to them and letting you own it. It's actually like free reign at the moment. So a lot of these scam artists and fraudsters are using voices, faces, videos, and they're making deep fakes and they're reeling people into their illicit activities, which isn't. I think over the next months to years, in the short, we are going to see this issue rise before a solution comes in, that a worldwide solution where we can cap it. I don't think it's going to be enough for each country to protect its population with their own technology. I think we need one singular technology everybody uses across the world. That's very tough to do. I understand there's different countries and nations involved in geopolitics, but we do need to have something that's worldwide where we can track down if our voice is being used or face is being used. It's not good at all. In fact, the amount of content I pump out every day, no doubt someone's using my face or voice somewhere out there, which is a bit scary for most people. But that's something on the horizon. What else have we got here? Microsoft, of course, as well, sent an internal memo to, I think it was 50,000 odd employees, talking about how AI will be replacing their jobs. This is an interesting topic because I talk about this a lot. AI so far has been replacing tasks, not jobs. So let's say if you take 100% of the tasks that you do on a daily basis, work, let's say 20, 30, 40% of that can be automated, can be done by AI. Not your full end-to-end job role, but certainly 30, 40% of your tasks, depending on the job. We are getting to a point, slowly but surely, where AI is now replacing the entire job. I work with a education company in the West Midlands. They are one of my long-standing clients, and we have replaced already a couple of jobs with an AI custom solution that we built for them. But that's because the job itself and the roles, they were very basic and very easy for AI to handle. So that's going to be a huge concern here. It's the jobs that are fully digital, that are repetitive and lower level, that will be replaced first. So the people that will be hit first is at the bottom of the hierarchy, and it will slowly make its way up the hierarchy. Sam Altman said in his recent interview, which is the founder of OpenAI, one of the co-founders, we are going to see a one-man billion-dollar company. Just one man and a whole heap of AIs running things, and it will be a billion-dollar company. So that is also on the horizon as well. So a few different things to take into account there. Yeah, I hope you've taken quite a bit away from that. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be making this a regular upload as well. So I shall see you in the next one.